Alright guys, it's time to apply for Studienkolleg Mittelhessen. Please go to your UniAssist dashboard. If you have not signed in, sign into your MyAssist account. Once you click there, you should be able to land on a page where you basically have the possibility to choose the universities and study programs of choice. Alright, I go with winter semester 2021. Please choose the semester accordingly, which semester you want to study. Now we are in April 2021 and we can apply for winter semester 2021. For the Hochschule, I go for Marburg, M-A-R-B. There you go, Philipps Universität Marburg. I choose it. All the study programs that they offer through UniAssist comes here. It's a lot. I don't want to do that. I go to Erweiterte Suche, basically the more advanced search option, and there I choose Abschluss Bachelor. So as you can see, there is no Studienkolleg option. As we have previously explained, you need to apply for bachelor's program, and then once UniAssist sees that you have an indirect university entrance qualification, they will send you to the Studienkolleg Marburg, basically, right? So we choose bachelor program. Let's start with the T-Kurs like always. I go for IT and physics. Let's choose both of those. Data science could also be an option, right? I mean, basically any of the T courses should work, but I like those which are not NC. I have explained what NC is. Basically, there is not much of a competition, and these are more simple. You have the likelihood that for any reason they say no, too many people applied or whatsoever is basically far less. It's a safer option, right? So I go for that bachelor's degree IT for the T course. It says Details anzeigen, show me the details. It's in Hessen, Marburg, Hauptfach, okay, Hauptfach, Erststudium, yes, whatever, ignore these please at this point. Präsenzstudium, yes, it's not online program whatsoever, and it's full-time, Vollzeit. All right, nothing special. There is not much information, and they say basically be sure to read the information at the website of University of Marburg, and you can take a look at those, but there is nothing special that you would miss. Basically, we have already covered everything in the course. What I do is I click on Auswählen, right, to select. So I select this one, and that course is added, if I scroll up, to basically my basket up here. Let's go further and also choose physics, for example, LMNOP, Physik, Details anzeigen, same story, exactly same information, nothing specific, nothing special. Then I click on Auswählen as well. Really, one is really enough, right? I'm choosing both just so that you see the process, and I will go for M and W and G courses is the same process. I choose a couple of options so that you see if there is any difference between them, but you really should go for one program, otherwise it doesn't make sense. All of them end up in the same Studienkolleg. All right, let's say you want to now apply through University of Gießen, not through University of Marburg. So you go to Hochschule here, you select Gießen, Justus Liebig Universität Gießen. Winter semester 2021, all good. I would go for, let's say, Informatik. No, both of them are actually for teachers, Bachelor of Education. That's for those who want to become a teacher. And as you can see, it's NC, and it's Teilstudiengang, and that means it's complex. To become a teacher, you need to have 2 different courses and so on and so forth. Bad choice. I remove that. I go for physics. There you go. Again, the first 2 ones are for those who want to be a teacher, and even if you want to be a teacher at this level, it's irrelevant. You want to go to T-Kurs, right? So I would go for the easiest option here. NC-frei, and it's Bachelor of Science, Physics. You click on details. There is not much detail. It's all general things about the Uni Gießen that we already know. So I select Auswählen. Maybe another course from Uni Gießen, which is very popular and easy for getting into Studienkolleg, is Data Science. Data Science, Bachelor of Science, same story, right? Vollzeit, NC-frei. I choose that one too. Look at that. We have already 4 courses in our basket. Please go only for one. In your case, one is really enough. You don't need to have so many options. All right, and let's choose 2 programs from Technische Hochschule Mittelhessen. just so that we have the balance between all three universities. So here in Hochschule, I go to, I'm not going to type Technische Hochschule Mittelhessen. There are a lot of Technische Hochschulen in Germany, so I go for THM. Oh yeah, I'm lucky. Technische Hochschule Mittelhessen. There you go. I choose that one. And, oh, let me delete that. Sorry. There you go. Here, I go for, let's say, Informatik. Informatik BSc Bachelors. It's not NC, and it's just a very safe option to choose. If you click here on mehr, it will show you more information, but it's not about Studienkolleg. It's about a bachelor's program in IT, which has different requirements, different deadlines. So it actually, what happens is it gives you false information here. And it says here you need to have C1. It's all wrong for Studienkolleg. And it's so unfortunate because actually you need to apply through here on the one hand. And on the other hand, it's not for Studienkolleg. So a little bit crazy, right? Just click on weniger. We don't want that much information. We know what we are doing. We are all good. Präsenzstudium, Erststudium, Hauptfach, Hessen-Gießen, Vollzeit, NC-frei, perfekt. Auswählen. We choose that one. Let's go for another program. Let's say instead of Informatik, we go for Energietechnik. That is also something that is very popular amongst Studienkolleg applicants because it works perfectly. Details anzeigen, same story. You see, there is not much difference as compared to the Informatik that we chose. Let's say auswählen. Okay, we chose that one too. Now we have 6 programs in our basket. Let's take a look at our basket. Click here. We have Physics and Uni Gießen. We have Data Science in Uni Gießen. We have Informatik in Marburg, Physik in Marburg, Informatik in THM, and Energietechnik in THM. All right, why did I choose all of these? Because some programs have some specific questions, and you see that here. Offene Pflichtfragen. Pflichtfragen means mandatory questions that you have to answer. Before answering them, you cannot proceed with payment and submitting your applications. I assume that the questions here are the same as here, so if we answer one of them, the other one might be covered. Let's see, not sure. Sometimes it's the case, sometimes it's not. But now I have a trick for you. Let's click on that one. Now you get into a lot of questions, right? Do not answer any question which is not mandatory. Go and only find the mandatory ones. The rest, it will be filled based on the data and based on the documents that you give to UniAssist anyways. So it's really redundant. Nobody uses this information, and if they want that, they will check in your documents. So I would really scroll down and see if I find a question which is mandatory to be answered, and you will immediately spot that. They usually put a red star or something around it with a red color. Okay, so far nothing. Nothing. On this page, there is no question that must be answered. Then we go to this tab next to it, 0 to 5. There you go. Now we have the red ones that have to be answered. I answer only those. Beantragen Sie die Aufnahme in einen studienvorbereitenden Deutschkurs der Hochschule zum nächstmöglichen Termin. Do you want to go to German preparation course? If you have your B2 certificate, then the answer is 9. If you don't have the B2 certificate, then the answer is yeah. If you don't know, I just want to be sure, just select Ich weiß es nicht. I just don't know, you tell me what to do, which is also good. Because if you have the B2, they will not send you to German course anyways, because you already have the German level. So I always go for that, Ich weiß es nicht. Deutschkenntnisse. Verfügen Sie über Deutschkenntnisse. Do you know German? Yeah, of course. If you don't know German, how do you want to apply for this Studienkolleg, right? Yeah. Then it asks, where did you learn it? How did you learn it? How many hours? I don't answer any of them. Well, you have a certificate from Goethe or Telk or whatsoever from me, and there you can see what I have done. Haben Sie eine Testdaff-Prüfung abgelegt? If you say yes, then they look for your test stuff. If you say no, then they look for other language certificates that you anyways need to submit, right? So I go for 9. If you have a test stuff, you can say yeah. Okay, the rest of the question you can leave because you will have your certificate with your documents. Besuchen Sie gegenwärtig einen Deutschkurs? Are you going to the language course now? Are you visiting German courses now? If you are learning German now, say yes, or otherwise say no. I would always go for yes, always. Because sometimes they want to see some progression and all this stuff, and we say, yes, I'm learning. I assume that you guys are learning a little bit of German, right? Because if this is your goal to study in Germany, it's important on a daily basis to learn a bit of German. Englischkenntnisse. Verfügen Sie über Englischkenntnisse. Do you know English? If any of you didn't know English, you were not listening to me. You know English. Okay, we click on yeah. Yes, I know. All these stuff, I leave them. All of them I leave alone. I won't click on any of them. Speichern. Now we have saved and bingo. Not only the first option got green, but also the second option also got green. Because data science and physics have the general questions that the University of Gießen usually asks you. Now, if we had chosen some specific program here, which, for example, wants you to have a special certificate or GRE or TOEFL necessarily, then there would have been other Pflichtfragen, other necessary questions to be answered. But these are mainstream programs, nothing specific about them. General questions were asked. We found the questions which had to be answered. We answered them. Now it's green. All good. Believe me, you don't need to answer the rest of the stuff. Don't bother. It can actually more trouble you than help you. We go to the next one. The same goes with Marburg. We have again, 2 sets of applications. One is enough. You don't have to apply for all of these six programs, right? Just go for one T-Kurs program at any of these universities and you are good. You will get invited to the Studienkolleg Mittelhessen at University of Marburg. For this one, let's see what the questions are. Here again, first page, I don't see anything. It's actually the same questions, right? Looks like the same questions. The second one here, here we have a little bit of different questions, right? Here you go. Now we have a number of choices to be made. Of course, you can go through these stuff and read it. For example, it says how you should send your documents per post and all this stuff, but I'm explaining all of that to you completely, right? This will be exactly what I have told you. If you see anything which is controversial, which is different, please, in the course, in the Q&A section, write it down or make a note. Let us know what you think. Your colleagues, the other applicants, or myself will answer your question. So feel free to read through them. It's also good for your German. But if you want to only focus on the application, you say, diese Information habe ich gelesen und verstanden. Okay, I have read and understood that. So basically you have to read and understand it. All right, okay. Angaben genau wie im Pass. My information is just like my passport. I have not given a fake name or I have not dropped a letter in my name or something. Important, always, of course. Your information needs to be just like in your passport. Okay? Bestätigung der Angaben. I declare that all the information that I have given is correct and nothing but correct. Okay, yes, it is. It's basically like signature what you are doing here, right? You're signing this application. Elektronische Versand von Bescheiden. You agree that they give you the results of your application per email. Okay, yes, per email, perfect. I quickly have it. You don't need to send it per post. They have not even left you an option, right? There is no 9 button, so you have to click on ja. Speichern. And as you can see, both of these are again green. So Marburg, I'm sorry, that's Gießen. There you go here. Marburg. Both options became green because you answered the important, the mandatory questions, right? And finally, for THM, there are no questions. As you can see, it's already green. So now I could go ahead and pay this, which would be very stupid because I have applied to 6 programs, 6 of which sends me to the very same Studienkolleg and same course. So I would actually not do that. I would only go for one. So let's say entfernen, bestätigen. Delete, confirm. Delete, confirm. Delete, confirm. And as you can see, the first option is always 75 euros. Any other option after that is 30 euros in one semester. I would say delete, confirm. I even didn't know which one I kept. Which one did I keep? Only Marburg Physik. Yeah, okay, good. I mean, the program that you apply to somehow should be a little bit interesting for you so that like if you want to apply for visa, for example, you need to tell what you want to do in Germany. So in the admission letters, sometimes they say what you have applied to, so it should be sort of coherent. You're not supposed to apply here for physics and then in your motivation letter say, oh, I want to actually study biotechnology, because then they say in the invitation letter of Uni Marburg it says physics here, why do you want to do biotechnology then? So sort of should be, the interest should be there, but in the end, you go to T-Kurs. All of this is basically bureaucratic steps, so to speak. Okay, we are done with the application through UniAssist to University of Marburg. Having this in mind, that we will end up going to Studienkolleg Marburg. For the T-Course, we went for many options. In the end, I chose physics of University of Marburg, but I showed you also a couple of courses at TH Mittelhessen and also at University of Gießen. Go for whichever of these or other programs of your choice. Make the payment here. One application should be enough for these universities, because otherwise you end up having parallel applications for the same thing, which is basically a loss of money only. After you have chosen your application, go for the payment. Once you have done the payment, the online application is through, and now it's time for sending the documents per post to UniAssist. I will talk about that in a later lecture, but the next 3 lectures will be about the online application for M, W, and G course. If you're not interested about those, which I assume is the case, please skip them. Then we talk in the next lecture after those about sending your documents to UniAssist basically for the purpose of your application to Uni Marburg in this case, for example. Catch you then and see you in that lecture.